Boa noite, gente. Alô? Você está me ouvindo? Can you hear me? Boa noite. Gente, vamos continuar nossa aula, ok? Let's continue our class. Onde a gente terminou ontem. Where we ended yesterday, okay? And I hope we all got what we did yesterday. In case you missed, don't worry. By the end of this week, I'll be posting all the videos so you can still have access to it, okay? So let's make some recap what we did yesterday in case you were not here. We did pronomes. Which part of the pronomes? We did the oblicos, okay? The oblicos, that's the one we did. And we did only the first person side, that's the first, second, third, okay? Which is me, mim, comigo, chi, contigo, si, consigo, o, a, and li. So we could see that we didn't finish with nos, conosco, vos, convosco, si, consigo, us, us, and lis, okay? So that's the remaining ones we are going to do tonight, okay? We then explain how to use each of them. We said the me, we can only use the me at the beginning of a sentence or in the middle, okay? So, examples: give me my book. If you want to say it in Portuguese, you say me dá o meu livro, okay? He needs to help me. Ele precisa me ajudar, okay? So, and onwards. Then we came to the me. How do we use me? We use it only at the end of a sentence, okay? So we got some sentences. Eles não gostam de mim. They don't like me. Você não adora de mim. You don't admire me, okay? Or you don't adore me, okay? So we did many examples. We got almost like 15 or so, okay? So these are some of the examples. Then we came to comigo. Comigo, we said it is a combination of com and me. Com in Portuguese means wait, okay? Com. And me as me, okay? So with me, comigo, then they join the com and me, then they got comigo, okay? So example, você vai comigo? Will you go with me? So those are some of the examples, okay? Você vai comigo, okay? So take note. Pode ir à praia comigo? Can you go to the beach with me? Okay, so we give many examples. Then, if you check last but one, você vai ao cinema com me. So instead of saying você vai ao cinema com me, we said you can say the best way. Você vai ao cinema comigo, okay? Then we came to the chi side. The chi, we got many of them. We have the chi, and contigo. How we did the me, and comigo is the same way we did the chi. So the chi, te, is either at the beginning or in the middle of a sentence. Okay, that's why we say eu te amo, I love you, or you can say that way around. Okay, eu amo você. Okay, that one that você is at the end. But eu te amo, I love you. So you could see the chi. They were all in the middle. Someone will ask, so how can I write it in the middle, at the beginning? You can decide to write it at the beginning. Mostly you eliminate the pronoun, the first one, the you. So you can say chiamo, and we understand. Okay, yeah, it is also correct. Then we came to the chi with the ti. How do we use it? Only at the end of the sentence. Example, karake kuznya pra chi. The guy wants to cook for you. That you. Then we said this chi at the end. We can replace it with vous. Okay. Okay. So the same sentence you can say okara kekuznya pra vous, and you are also correct. Okay. So there's nothing new. Okay. So take note of it. Okay. Then we continue with some examples as you can see on the screen. Ele deu presente para ti. So he gave a present to you. Okay. It's the same way. Okay. So instead of saying ele deu presente para ti, you can also say ele deu presente para você. And you are also correct. Okay. So take note. Okay. Then we came with the contigo. Okay. If you guys could remember, I said it is a combination of com and hot chi. Then that's how we got the contigo. So instead of saying não quero namorar con chi, I don't want to date you, okay, or with you. So you can say it the best way, like não quero namorar contigo. Or you can also say it não quero namorar com você. These three sentences have the same meaning. Okay. Okay. Then we came with the next one, which is the si consigo, o ali, eli, and ella. Okay. I said the C mostly we use it. You can see it mostly when you want to say something in reflective form. Okay, in a reflective form, that's what we love to use it. Okay. And the O and the I, you can see it has the same meaning like Eli and Ella. Eli and Ella in this sentence, okay, in this studies, it means the Eli means him and the Ella means her. Example: você pode ajudar ela na tarefa. You can help her. You can help her at the work. Okay, so that's it. And the one I said see, it takes a reflective verb. Someone was asked, can we replace by see? Yeah, we say pode ajudar na tarefa. That's when you can help herself in the work. So that's when it takes a reflective. Okay. Example, the third one, ele se divertiu na festa. He enjoyed himself at the party. Okay. So those ones are reflective verbs. Okay. So ela se divertiu na festa. She enjoyed herself at the party. Okay. So then we continue to see some of the O and the A. Example for the O and the A, how we manage to use the A, which I said it is the same as the Eli and Ella. Example, eu a vi na festa. I saw her at the party. So instead of you saying eu a vi na festa, you can say eu vi ela na festa. Okay, and onwards. So the next one was the consigo. How do we get consigo? it is come and see. Then we got consigo. Era mora con si, okay, or ele mora con si. So the si there, it can be her or him, according to whom we are talking about, okay? Whom you are talking about, okay? So instead of saying con si, you can also say ela mora consigo, okay? And it will also, you will understand, okay? So you decide how you want to construct or say your sentence, okay? Okay. So then let me eliminate this one. This one a question was a question from one of our friends, okay? So we need to eliminate it. Then we went on to explain the O and A. The O, it means him, and the A, it means her, okay? So you can also use Eli and Ella for the him and her, okay? Now, tonight, we are moving on with nos and conosco, okay? Nos and conosco, okay? Nos and conosco. So nos, it means us, okay? Someone asks, can it also be a reflective? Yeah, it can also be reflective. It all depends on the reflective verbs, okay? Okay. So someone asks, Sinesame, is it only on reflective? No, I wouldn't say only on reflective. You can also use as a reference of us, okay? So as, it means nos. But which kind of nos? Okay. Shall I give you an assignment? I told you guys to go and find the different kind of nos. I hope you did. Mm, who tried? Okay, if you tried, you can mute yourself and tell us the nos you got. Okay, since we can't hear. Okay, so as I was saying, this nos, someone asked, Sami, this one, how do we use it? Is it only at the beginning or in the middle or at the end? This one, the nos can be everywhere. It is three in one, okay? We can use it at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end. As. Someone will say, as. As. How can we use as to start a sentence? Guys, I hope you guys are confused. Who can use it in English? As to start a sentence. So, this nurse we are having, okay? The nurse, the nurse we are having, we can use it, okay? Okay. We can use it in terms of us, okay, or ourself, okay. It all depends on how you want to say it. Someone will ask, Sami, can we also say that it means our? Someone is asking, can it also mean no? Okay, okay. So us and ourself in terms of reflective. Okay, so the us is nos, and when you are using as a reflective, it becomes ourself. Okay, okay. We can't say as self. It is ourself. Okay, so let's continue. I have some sentence. Someone is asking, Sina, some what of no somos? Okay, so I gave you guys some assignment that you should go and find the nurses. Okay, so by the end of tonight's class, you get to understand all the nurse. Okay, okay. So I have two sentences. The first one is saying, nos divertimos na praia ontem. Nos divertimos na praia ontem. What does it mean? Nos divertimos na praia ontem. What does it mean? The first nos, it means we, okay? If you see the nos with the sign, with this sign, okay, it means we, okay? It means we. The one which I have made it green, it means we. So the second nos is a reflective nos, okay? Why? It is reflecting on the divertimos, because diverti is a reflective verb, okay? So the verb itself, let me show you the verb itself. The verb itself is diverti, verbo divertirsi, okay? This the verb, okay? So if it is eu, it will not be si, then it will be me. That's why I say I enjoyed myself. Okay, so if we are saying in a reflective, the eu, I hope we all know eu. Eu, me, diverti in terms of past. But if it is present, divert. Okay, so the me, that's when it is eu. It is, if it is ele, ela, it will be si. If it is você, okay, or if it is tu, it will be chi. Okay. If it is nós, then that's where we are. So it will be nos divertimos. So the nos which we can see is added to this verb to become a reflective. Okay. So divertir means to enjoy, but the nos divertimos. So nos divertimos meaning enjoy ourselves. Okay. So we enjoyed, okay, we enjoyed ourselves, okay, at the beach yesterday. Okay, so we enjoyed ourselves at the beach yesterday. Okay, so let's see. We enjoyed ourselves at the beach yesterday. It becomes a reflective because of the nos. So the nos is ourselves. Okay, now let's check our second sentence. Now we have three kinds of nos. Let me highlight this one in the green form. We have nos, which is green, nos, which is bold, and nos, which is being highlighted with yellow. Okay, they are not the same. Pronunciations are the same. You can see that two of them have the same spellings, But the first one, as we can see, the one in the green, it is having a sign, so we can use that one to differentiate. They don't have the same meaning, okay? So the first nurse, okay, how did we get the first nurse? The first nurse, as we can see from this sentence with the sign, we got it from Pronome pessoal, okay? That's personal pronoun, okay? Personal pronoun. I, we, no, I, you, he, she, it, you, we, and they. So this one is we, okay? Which means we, okay? So the next one, which we got from what we are doing tonight, okay? The nurse, which is in the bold form, that one is also a pronoun, but which kind of pronoun? It is oblique, okay? Oblique. So take note, okay? And what does it mean? It means us or ourself, okay? Sorry, ourself slash ourselves in terms of plural, okay? Okay. Then the third one, which is in the yellow form, which is nurse, which is also nurse. Where did we get it? Where did we get it? Okay. Where did we get it? That nurse, where did we get it? We got it from archigos. I hope we have done archigo. Who remember? We got it from artigo and preposição, okay? But in all, we will say we got it from preposition, okay? I'll give the answer to preposition, okay? Why am I saying that? I will explain it. If you go to a preposition, you will see it. What does it mean? It means in the, on the, and at the, okay? So you could see just one word, just this article, okay? You could see that it has many stuff. Now, the nurse, we have all of them are being explained, okay? So this sentence, how does it mean? Nós divertimos nos bars ontem. We enjoyed ourselves at the bars yesterday. Okay. Meaning we didn't go to just a single bar. Maybe from one bar to the other. Okay. Because it should be in plural. Okay. So there are three of them. Nos. But the differences are the one we can see from our screen. If you have any question, you can ask. No question. Are you sure? No question. And people ask your question. I want you to ask your questions. Okay. Okay. And this one. Sometimes this sentence, as we can see, sometimes they'll write nos divertimos, okay, without even bringing the first nos. And it doesn't mean that they are wrong. No, they are not. As I've been saying, the pronouns eu, você, ele, ela, nós, vocês, eles, and elas. It is not compulsory to bring them when you are writing, okay? But they are verbs, great verbs. This one, you should make sure it is correct. The conjugations are correct, okay? Okay. We understand. If you write divertimos, we know you are talking about nos. Someone asks me, so what of the Eli and Ella? We will know according to what you are saying. We will read the whole sentence and we will understand. Okay? Yeah. But as we are now learning, we need to bring each of them so that it will help us to understand the sentence. Okay. So someone can also give a sentence. If you want to give a sentence, you can also say it. Okay. Okay, so let's try to give another sentence. Okay. Quem vai com nós? Ok. Quem vai com nós? Quem vai com nós? Quem vai com nós? Who will go with us? Who will go with us? Quem vai com nós? Who will go with us? Okay. Who will go with us? Quem vai com nós? So you could see the nós is ending here. Okay, it ends here. Someone will ask, Senior Sammy, please, can we also write the same nose with the sign on top? Can we also do the same thing? Can we? Or who is going with us? Who is going with us? Can it also be? Yeah, it can. Okay, it can. Okay. So you could see the nose can also end at at the end of the sentence. Okay. It can also start a sentence and it can also be in the middle of a sentence. Okay. So it can be everywhere. It all depends on your sentence. Okay. Someone is asking, no, let me ask, guys, can we replace the nose, the one at the end, with the one with the sign? Can we? Let's assume this sentence, the nurse. Can we put the nurse with the sign too? Can we? I want to know. Guys, can we? Can we replace it? Can we? Hey, we are all saying no, 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 no. Hey, then it means you people have done your research. Mm, is that so? It means we can't use it. Wow. Okay, good. I'm not saying you guys are right. Oh, you guys are wrong. I didn't say that. Okay. But we should ask ourselves, what if we can use it? What if we can use it? Mm, what if we can use it? Eh? So if I tell you we can use it, will you be shocked? Let's assume we are replacing it. Let's assume I'm replacing those nurse. I'm replacing it. Will you be shocked? Hmm? Will you? But someone said to me, yeah, it seems we can replace it because we did the chi and he said we can put vous. We did the C and we can put Ella or Ailey. Guys, I hope you can remember. So if we did those one and it was 100% correct, then it means in assignment, then it means we can do that one. But someone will also argue, no, we can't because when we're doing the me and the me, it was not possible for us to put you. Okay, it was not possible for us to put you at the end. Okay, so the nurse, I'm not saying we can't or we can, but let's see at the end of today's lesson. Okay, so those who are saying we can't, I'm not going to say you are wrong. Okay, I'm not going to say you are wrong or you are right. Okay, but it all depends on the sentence. It all depends on the sentence, how you are going to structure the sentence. Okay, it all depends. Example, we can only put them if it is in a question form and you are responding it to yourself. Let me give an examples. An example here. Example 4. Número 4. Okay. To see. Eles. Eles. Eles chamaram quem? Eles chamaram. Chamaram quem? Nós. So the nós. First one are you going to put there? It is the one with the sign. Okay. It is like you saying, they called who? They called who? And you yourself, you answered it your own by yourself. And you said, us. You get it? That one, it is acceptable. But you can't form a sentence like the other ones which we are seeing for number 3, for number 2, and number 1. Then you put nos at the end with the one with the sign. No. If you want at the end, it means you're not going to put the sign. But if you want to put at the end, it means there was a question mark before the nose. Okay, is it understood? Is it understood? Okay. So now let's come to conosco. How did we get conosco? Conosco is like you saying come nos with us. Okay. So with us, it is conosco. Okay. With us, it is conosco. So come and nos. If you say conos, I'm not saying you are wrong, but since we are now learning, I want your grammars to be at least solid. Okay. So that you say conosco and yeah, they would know that yeah, you too at least you know what you are saying. Okay, you know what you are saying. Someone will ask, Sinasami, the conosco too, does it mean it is only at the end? No, it all depends on your sentence. I've been saying it all depends on your sentence. Okay, it all depends on your the sentence you are going to construct. And I will never say you are wrong or you are right. Okay, it all depends how you formulate your sentence. Okay, let's check the example we have on the screen. O Gideon ganhou o prêmio conosco. Gideon won the award with us. Okay, he won the award with us. So with us was at the end. Okay, another example. Ele saiu conosco ontem. Now you could see conosco is in the middle. Conosco is in the middle. He went out with us yesterday. Okay. He went out with us yesterday. Okay. So someone will ask, Senior Sammy, how? How can I also form sentences? Always remember when you want to say with us, remember conosco. Okay. Venha conosco. Venha conosco. Venha. Venha conosco. Okay. Come with us. Venha conosco. Okay. Come with us. Okay. So you can see conosco. It all depends how you want to construct your sentence. Anytime you want to remember with us, remember conosco. Okay. Okay. Someone will ask, Senior Sammy, the conosco, is it always conosco? Can I say conos? Yeah, you can say it as many as you want, okay? As many as you want. Okay, but the only thing is you need to form a correct sentence and add the conosco, okay? Okay. Next one, let's come to the verse. Okay. If you have sentence two, you can also bring yours, okay? You can also bring yours, okay? Okay. So let's move on. So the verse and convosco, it is good to use it, okay? As a learner, if you know how to use it, I'll be really happy for you, okay? But you won't hear people using convosco, or it is not common. Most like tell my students, you find them in old books. Okay, you find them in old books, which are old books like the Bible, Quran, those ancient books. They love to use verse. Okay, tonight we'll be adding many examples so that the explanation will be simple. Okay, so the verse which we are seeing here, or convosco, okay, those one, it is the plural form for the two we did, the two sides when we're doing the chi conch. Yeah, those ones are the plural side. Okay, those ones are the plural side. So take note. Okay, it's really important. Okay, someone says, Sami, I heard someone saying if you want to use the verse, you can use vous. Is it true? Like vous? Is it true? Yeah, you can use vous. They have the same meaning. Okay, but we assume the verse is like old days. Like I said, you see them in the old books. Okay, or formal way. It can also be formal way if you want to use. Okay, but today, as you and I we live, they have substitute the verse with vous. So that's why most people prefer to say vous, okay, instead of saying verse. That's why most people prefer to say vous instead of tu, okay. Yeah. So let's check some examples, okay. Some examples. One, let me add to this one. E vos vi ontem. Who understand this sentence? E vos vi ontem. Who understand? If you understand the sentence, write it in the chat. E vos vi ontem. E vos vi ontem. It means I saw you yesterday. But the verse here, as I said, the you is for what? Plural. It means I'm not referring to one person, but more than one. Okay. Okay. So let's say I saw you guys yesterday. I saw you yesterday. The boss. Okay. So this same sentence, if you don't want to stress yourself with the boss, you can say eu vi vocês. Okay. Eu vi vocês ontem. And they have the same meaning. Okay? Eu vi vocês ontem. And eu vos vi ontem. Which one is so easy to say? As you are there, you can tell. Is it eu vos vi ontem or eu vi vocês ontem? Which one? Is it the first or the second? Tell me. If it is the first, let me know. If it is the second, too, let me know. Okay. So I saw you yesterday. Okay. So instead of saying eu vos vi ontem, you can say eu vi vocês ontem. Okay. Eu vi vocês ontem. Next sentence. Next sentence. Saúde. Next sentence. Eu Vos digo a verdade. E vos digo a verdade. What does it mean? What does it mean? Digo, we got it from verbal dizer. We got digo from verbal dizer. Okay? We got digo from verbal dizer. What does verbal dizer means? To say. Okay? So, to say, we got digo from dizer. That's the verb. So, it was digo, a verdade. So, instead of you saying it was digo, a verdade, I told you how can we also say it? We can also say it in this way. Eu digo vocês. Ok? Eu digo vocês. Eu digo vocês a verdade. Ok? So, I tell or I say you the truth. Ok? Eu digo a vocês a verdade. So, the person is trying to say, I tell you the truth. Like he's telling you the truth. Okay? The you for digo. Okay? Someone asks, next time, why do we have a here? Okay, we have a because Portuguese is not like our English. English, so I tell you, so Portuguese, or I say, in English, can you say I say you? Can we? Can we? Oh, if we can, then tell me. Okay, let me learn from you. Can we say I say you? No, but we can say I say to you. I hope that's the correct one. I say to you. Yeah, that's what the Brazilians also do. Okay, I say to you the truth. Okay, okay. So the verse, if you don't want to stress yourself, you don't want to kill yourself, that's why we have vocês. Okay, that's why we have what vocês. So don't forget to use vocês if you are having some challenges. Vocês is so easy. Okay, but it is not easy for us to use the verse. Now let's come to the first sentence. The first sentence, which is estas coisas, vós tenham dito para que tinhas paz em mim. Okay, I've said to you, like I have said, the person is trying to say. If you read John 3:31, okay, the Christians among us. Who knows the word? John 3:31. If the Muslim among us, we are so sorry, okay? For the Muslims, we don't know. But the Christians among us, we the Christians among us, we should know, okay? What does John 16:33 says? Okay. That's the quote from John 3:33. João capítulo 16, versículo 33. Estas coisas vos tenho dito para que tenhas paz em mim. O João, capítulo 16, versículo 33. That's what it is there. Okay. I'm giving you a memory verse, but it's not compulsory to capture it. Okay. Someone asks, Sinasame, how does it mean? Or what you are saying? What does it mean? Okay. Because the person is saying Esthers, coisas. The person does not even know the meaning of Esthers. How much more coisas? Okay. Esthers, if you want a clear an explanation for Esthers, we did pronomes. Pronomes demonstrativo. Okay, you can go to our YouTube. We have a better explanation there. Okay. Okay, so let's see how the Bible is saying. John 16:33. He said, I've told you all this so that you may have peace in me. Okay. So I have told you all this so that you may have peace in me. Someone is asking, where is the you? Because the person cannot see você. Guys, can you see você there? No. So the tenhas, okay, it means tu tenhas. But we don't write tu. We don't write vos, as I said. We just go straight. Okay. So I've said all, someone saying, all that I have said to you, you may have peace in me. Okay. So that's it. You may find some in the Quran. If you read your Quran, very there. I don't know whether they have Portuguese Quran, but definitely they have. If you download it and read it, I know the Quran, they don't read like how they read the Bible. But if you read it, definitely you'll find verse in those books. Yeah. Or any old books you have, you can find it. Okay. Now let's come to the last one. See. See. Someone say Asinasame. We just did yesterday, we did see. And now the plural too, it is the same see. How? So how can we differentiate it? We can only differentiate them. Okay. They see, I know we know you and I, we can bear witness, we use at the beginning or in the middle. Someone says senior Samia, that one we all know. But how can I differentiate if the see the person is talking about is the plural one or the singular one? It all depends on the verb. Did you get it? My people, did you get it? Did you get the explanation? I want to know. Yeah, the verb would determine. If the verb is singular, it means what they are referring to is singular. If the verb is plural, it means what they are referring to is plural. Okay. Example: os meninos se enxugaram com uma toalha. So the boys clean or wipe themselves with a towel. Okay. So enxugar is to wipe yourself, like to clean in terms of, let's say you have what you after taking a bath. Okay. You get it? Okay. And that one is the see because the boys were many. So the verb was also in plural. So the see was reflecting or was giving emphasis on what the boys were doing. Okay. Now the us and the us. Someone asked Senior Sammy, us and us. Does it mean it means the? No. It means, who can tell us? Who can tell us? Can someone tell us? If O is his, if A is her, us and us, what to be the meaning? Mm, okay. The meaning will be them, okay? Their meaning will be them. them, okay? This one, least, it also means them. That's the plural, okay? Okay. So next sentence. Os meninos, li limparam com uma toalha. Now let me ask, what is the difference between enxugaram and limparam? Let me write the two verbs. Enxugar, okay, and limpar. What's the difference? Let's go. If you know it, okay. Someone said enxugar, it means you are to dry. Yeah, yeah, to dry yourself. Okay. And limpar means to clean. Yeah, yeah. But guys, it doesn't mean, so let me ask, if I want to go and dry my my cloth, am I going to use sugar? I'm asking, will I use sugar? Someone will say, oh, you can use secar. So it means sugar is, it means to dry. Okay, as someone said. Someone was also saying secar also means to dry. Can we use the same? Can you use both words? Can we use secar and sugar at the same time? No. Okay. So this one is like you're wiping yourself. Okay. Or drying yourself. It also makes sense. And clean, limpa. Okay. Why am I saying clean means limpa? Assuming you are cleaning the floor, you can never use and sugar. You need to use limpa. Okay. If you are drying clothes, let's assume you are done washing, you want to extend it to the sun or the dry line. Don't go and use any sugar. Use seca. Or you hear some people saying extender. Okay, extender, like to extend. Or I'm going to extend my clothes on the dry line. Okay, you will extend. I mean a helper. Like the person is going to dry. Okay, so in English, we just say dry. Dry is dry. Whether you are wiping yourself or you are whatever the meaning of dry is dry. It's English. But Portuguese, we don't just say dry and give it to one word like secar. You can also use secar in terms of your body too when you are wet. Okay. You can also use secar. But if you use the word extender in terms of dry for your body, then it means you yourself you're going to sit under the sun. Okay. Is it clear? Or I should repeat it? Let me repeat it. At least let's go. Yeah, yeah. So the first one was reflecting on they themselves, the boys themselves. And the second one, the boys were doing it for others. Like they were, let's assume their babies or their sons. Okay. Mm, okay. Okay. So, and sugar in English to dry or to wipe in terms of you are drying yourself after bathing. Okay. Mhm. James, vamos. Okay, so you have analyzed it to see, oh, then I don't want to get confused. So let me use Seka for things and then sugar for human. Yeah, but you can also use Seka for human. Okay, okay. No, no, it's not for things. I also said you can also use Seka for in terms of your body. Okay, as especially ladies love to use Seka when they are they are they are treating their hair. Okay, when their hair is really wet after washing. Okay, they'll say você meu cabelo. I hope the guys that what you have been using. Or you don't even know it. If you don't know now, you know it. Okay, let's assume you want to dry your hair after maybe washing it. Okay, why are they saying seka? They are saying seka because mostly they use dryer. I hope all know dryer, the machine that I'm talking of, the machine one, the dryer. Yeah, the machine we call it secador. Okay, so the verb is seca to dry. Okay, so when especially they are treating their hair, let's go, James. Mhm. You have a wound, meaning you are injured. Okay, so aha, that's it. Yeah, so we are going to treat. We can't dry it. Okay, okay. You need to treat a dried wound. Okay, so let's assume an old one now. It has no effect. Okay, so if you use seca, it also means dry. Okay, dry, not for only wound. Let's assume you have flowers and they are really dry. Mostly they don't use sugar. They don't use limpa. They don't use extender. They use seca. Okay, but they won't say seca. That's it all depends. Circle seca. Okay, it all depends on the object they are talking about. Okay, so that one they use seca without the R. There is no R. If we put the R there, it becomes a verb. There is no R. It is sometimes a verb or a noun. Okay, that's circle. It is dry. Okay, so you need to know. Okay, so those, as you said, you can use circle. Okay, but if they want to say old wounds, are they going to say dry wounds or old wounds? That's what you should know. Okay, so let me repeat everything. Extender, it means to dry, but dry where? Under the sun. Okay, extender, if extender mean your hope, mean you're going to dry. But if you want to, if extender milk up, like you're going to dry your body under the sun. Okay, but someone's asking us, what if I want to sit under the sun so that at least That one they will say, how do they say it? Evo Thomas saw. I'm going to take the sun. Okay, you get it. They don't. That's why I say they don't translate it because they don't understand English. So they themselves they don't know how to translate it from English to Portuguese. But we the English speakers, we always want to translate it word by word. No, it does not make sense. So let's assume you want to go and take the sunlight, or you want to go and sit under the sun. You can so Evo Toma so like you're going to take the sun. Okay. Seca is for dry in terms of when you want to dry object, okay, 100%. You want to dry your body, it's also 100%. You want to dry your hair, okay, you can also use seca. Limpa, when you want to clean in terms of floor, in terms of dishes, okay, limpa can also be clean when you want to clean your dishes. So most I tell my students, use only limpa, okay, use limpa, mostly use limpa for when you are doing house chores, like on the floor, you want to clean the floor, you want to clean your plates, the house, okay. But sometimes you'll be hearing, oh, you say podi limpa me. It's good, but that one I'll allow you to use when you're referring to human beings. Mostly you want to refer to is either use seca or and sugar. That one according to what you want to say. Okay. Is it okay? Is it okay, my people? Okay. So since it is okay, we thank God. Okay. If you have question too, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Now the floor is yours. Ask your questions. Mm-hmm. Extender. Eu vou estender a minha roupa. Uhum. 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 So I'm going to extend my dress. Okay. Mhm. Yeah, you're going to dry a dress. Mhm. It was seca. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you get it? Mm-hmm. But you can't say evil limpa minya hopa. If you say evil limpa minya hopa, we assume you are going to. I don't know. Like if you want to say evil limpa minya hopa, we assume maybe you are wearing a shirt and there is a stink. Okay, then you're going to wipe it out. Do you get it? It does not mean you're going to dry your dress. Okay. Ask your question, my people. I'm still waiting for you guys. Ask your question. Is it clear to me or guys, is it clear? I want to know. Good, 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 good. And sugar, okay. And one thing about Portuguese is you can learn something today. Tomorrow it will have a different meaning. I hope you guys have noticed. Mhm. Maybe I can tell guys, oh, maybe today this one is this. Tomorrow, if I come back and so it is this, don't get confused. Maybe the one I said, maybe tomorrow it is that, it means based on that content, based on what I'm saying. So take note. Don't think you learn one thing and that's all. No, no, that's not all. So please and please and please take note. Okay. Okay. No more question. Now we are done with the pronoun. Okay, the obliques. We are done with that one. So if you have your question, you can ask. I hope